Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Medieval. Last time we finished the Sleeping Village, which actually has a few less villagers now that we killed some of them, but I'm sure they'll be fine. Anyways, now we can move on to the Asylum Grounds. I really do like the animations. I think they're kind of funny and add to the charm of the game. You saw that one bird, he was totally getting rocked by the other one. So here at the Asylum Grounds, this is another interesting stage because it's actually full of quite a few different puzzles that we have to solve. This is the Garden of Zadok. Nothing here is I can't read that. Nothing here is as it first seems. To leave this maze, you must first seek out the one called Jack of the Green. Anyways, so I'm actually going to show off the difference here between the weapons. Got another zombie guy here. So you can take a look at the longbow. We'll get some distance from this guy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It actually takes 8 shots to kill him with the longbow. If you switch to the spear and actually take out this dragon head who spits fire at you, quickly kill that off. Only takes 3 of those. You can actually 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see it gets it done twice as fast as a longbow. So that's why I say they're pretty powerful. So use them accordingly because you only get a couple. Well, 30, but they run out pretty quickly if you throw them needlessly. So let's head on over here to talk to Jack of the Green.
Greetings, Sir Fortescue. My name is Jack of the Green. I am the master of riddles, and this maze is my domain. You are free to leave, but only once you've answered 4 riddles. Puzzles so fiendishly difficult, so perplexingly complex, that no man has ever solved them. Ha, ha, ha. Now, try my first riddle. At night they come without being fetched. By day, they are lost without being stolen.
No one's ever solved them, huh? I have a hard time believing that because they're really not that hard. I'll give you guys just a sec to think about that while I clear out the way up here with another guy. Alright. Now, the thing is, with these puzzles, if you just have to solve them, that's one thing, but you do have some things to help you, is that will hurt and help you. You can only solve it by what's accessible at any given time, because you can see some of the places are kind of gated off for the moment, but there's a lot of crap that's laid about. You know, you have random statues and things like this around to kind of try to throw you off the scent of what the actual answer to the riddle is. But in this case, if you realize, it's actually this. It's a star. So you have to destroy the 5 stars that are hidden about here. And you can actually see that there was one back here. And again, you can only just go what's open up to you. So even if you couldn't really solve the riddle itself, you kind of just explore and you'll eventually get it, you know, eventually. Again, I'm going to use my enchanted broadsword as much as I can. Trying to keep it enchanted. I will be doing a lot of dashing around here because there's a lot of back and forth going on. This guy here, he's actually headed towards a bell up here. But you can kill him before he ever actually reaches it. Get some gold while we're at it. But if you want to get 100% for the chalice, you should probably just ring it anyways, even if it means you have to do it yourself. Because ding, and it's like like I guess the sound of like maybe a boxing match starting, and now you have to duke it out with 4 of these guys. There should be 4. I was trying to say, where the heck's the 4th one? But there he is. Alright, kind of wasted my enchanted sword a little bit, but that's fine. If you hit it again, nothing happens. You can't spawn anymore, so 1 time is enough. And here, when you're at a certain distance, this one will spit fire at you, so just get really close to it and it can't hit you anymore. Get the last star.
Well done, Sir Knight. But my star riddle was but a trifle. I always like to begin with an easy one. Return hither. You will not find my next conundrum so simple.
And this is what I also mean by a lot of back and forth. You constantly have to keep coming back to Jack of the Green to keep progressing.
I live for laughter. I live for the crowd. Without it, I am nothing.
So So what you think on that one again as well as I head over to the new opening. So one of these walls should now be gone. Silver shield, we don't need it. And here we are. See, that's what I mean. This is the only new area that was open, so even if you couldn't directly solve the riddle, you can kind of figure it out just based off of what you find. Show the clown you care by surrounding him with smiles. As you can see, all these wall things, they have currently sad faces showing, but if you hit them, hit them once, hit them twice, then it turns to a smiling, laughing face. But this one here, it quickly turned away. That's because they're all on a timer, but they're all on different timers. Some will last longer than the others. So what they intend for you to do is to figure out which one turns quickly, like this one, and which one turns very slowly, and then kind of working backwards, activate them in order so that they all last, and then once all 5 are facing him, you'll complete the puzzle. Another thing you could do is you could actually hit each of these once, and then quickly go around, hit these 4, kind of in any order, honestly, and then hit this one last. And then you're good to go as well, because if you hit it once, it doesn't move back yet. So you can kind of set them all up first. But here's how you do it originally. At least how they originally intend you, in this kind of order. So I'm going in the order from the one that lasts the longest to the one that lasts the shortest.
Right. Yes, it was a clown. Very clever, I'm sure. Return in haste, Sir Knight, for I wish to see the despair on your face when you hear my next cryptic puzzler.
Well, he's going to be sorely disappointed because I am not going to show him any despair whatsoever. I'm going to show these guys the taste of my broadsword, though. Don't know if dash jumping goes faster, but I kind of like to do it just for fun.
Face like a tree, skin like the sea, a great beast I be, yet vermin frighten me.
That one I feel is very much straightforward, but there is a catch on how we have to actually execute this. Because you can see here that we have a bunch of these cat statues that have spawned now. They don't hurt you, and you can't hurt them, but they will interfere with us in a moment. Here, if you're not careful, these guys will get the jump on you as soon as you cross through the gate. I don't know where this one's going. The sword's gonna run out soon. Actually, that's okay, because we have a merchant up there, so I can actually re-enchant it again if I really need to here. As you can see up here, we have an elephant. So that's obviously the answer to the riddle, but we need the vermin. You can also see there was the chalice back there. Already got the gold here. So where is it? Well, if you look here, you can actually see that there's a picture of one up there, but we have to open it by getting the runes. So again, head back this way, look for the opening that's available to us now, which is this wall here. I'm going to use the last of my broadsword here. I have another one of these garden things blocking our path, so just cut the tentacles, but the head is still alive. So we can take our spear, chuck 3 of them, and he's gone. Take the Chaos Rune, and let's head back towards that symbol. Open it up. And there's a little hole, and you have a little mouse that spawns. And once you get close enough to it, it'll actually just start to follow you. So what you have to do is, obviously, lead this all the way to the elephant. But that's what these cat things are for, to interfere with you. Because you can see there, if it gets too close, it'll hiss. It's going to run around scared. And then it just disintegrates. But if you come back, you will just get another mouse, so you can just try again. So let's see if I can get this done right here. You don't want to get too far ahead of it because you need to make sure it keeps avoiding the cats, but it also will lose sight of you after a while, so you kind of have to keep inching forward here. Timing it carefully as best you can. Luckily, you don't really have to stick to the actual rock pathway there. You can kind of go on the outside here to avoid most of these cats. And we should be good.
Did you spot my bluff? I pretended that riddle was hard, but in truth it was obviously an elephant. This time, however, I almost pity you. The answer to my next vexing enigma has eluded the finest minds of a whole generation. Come to me.
Ooh, come to me. There's another thing, too, is that's the part where, while he's talking, I actually can't bring up the menu, which is what I wanted to do. I wanted to be able to bring up and switch weapons, possibly, but actually here, I'm actually going to use the spear anyways. There we go. And actually, I can use the broadsword freely now. And I'm going to hide. Did it even hit these guys? I don't even know if it hit them. Where are you guys going? You guys running away? What is this? You're supposed to fight me, not run away. There we go, because I want to get the chalice. I want to get the chalice now. That was weird. Normally they don't do that, but okay, that works. So now that's actually depleted the sword. Let's go ahead and re-enchant that. And we'll get some arrows back. We'll get some spears back. So you can see 10 spears for 100 gold compared to everything else. So we're pretty good on that. I don't want to spend too much of my money because that can go kind of quickly, especially if you're constantly re-enchanting and stuff like that. So now we get to solve the last one.
I tolerate the moon and stars. I can't abide the sun. Banish me with torchlight and you'll see me turn and run.
So, that's his most cryptic puzzler, eh? Well, admittedly, maybe that one's the closest to actually being a pretty good riddle, but again, you just find the new pathway and you'll eventually solve it. Oh. And actually here, I'm going to open up this now. There's another of those things that spit fire at me. I missed with that last one. There we go. Clear that for later. So here you can see that there's a symbol of the moon on the ground. Here we have a bunch of torches, torch pillar things, which we can push. And just move it up next to the window. And you'll know it's in position when the sound goes off and you can't move it anymore. They were actually smart too. They added this fence here so that you can't push it up against the wall and get screwed. Like some other games which will let you screw yourself over like that, even though typically it just means leaving the room and coming back and they'll magically reset themselves somehow. Once you put all three, come back in here.
Blast you. It took me ages to come up with that darkness one. Very well. Outrageous as it seems, my vast intellect has been matched by your badly decomposed brain. Return at once and I shall give you your prize.
Alright. So now we can actually get ready to get out of here. Just use my hammer. Actually, I don't even need to kill these guys. What am I doing? I already have the chalice, but whatever. So even though he said that that was his last puzzle, and that he was going to give us our prize, he's actually kind of a liar.
You think you're so clever, don't you? Here you are, Sir Clever Clogs. I grant you free passage through my maze. Find your own way out.
Such hostility. I think it's clear to see that somebody is mad, bro. What a sore loser. Anyways, now we can actually head on towards the exit. But we have one last puzzle to solve. He doesn't even give us a hint about it. Actually, oh, there's a fountain there, but I don't need to really use it because there are some health vials here. So you have these pieces that make noises as they move around. Solve this last puzzle and you'll open the secret entrance to the asylum. The town mayor is imprisoned here along with an army of madmen. So you actually notice that they look like chess pieces, although it's not like set up like a real chessboard. They're also color coordinated. And if you carefully observe, you'll notice that certain pieces like the bishop here and the rook, they only can move in the way that they can normally move in chess. So the king and the queen, they can move in any direction. But this green bishop here, it can only move diagonally. So if I hit it, it has to be going diagonally. If I try to hit it straight on, well, that's a bad example. Hit it straight on doesn't work. I have to hit it from an angle to force it to go diagonally. If I can do it right. There we go. I advise doing this one first, because this one's kind of a pain to get in if you got all the other 3 done. And it's like up here in this corner, because then you kind of have to go the long way. But once you get it in the right spot, they will stop moving. I also like the sounds. Just keep hitting them. And there. I never get tired of hearing the sounds. I'll just get this last one up there. And magically solve it. And then it opens up the way down there, and that is the exit, so make sure that you've gotten the chalice. Because you'd think that you'd be going through the gate here, but nope, we're actually dropping into the next stage, so here we go. Heading back to the Hall of Heroes now. And we will actually get a few more choices. Just like the last time where we had to choose between the bow or the spear first, we actually get quite a few more choices now.
Back and forth like a supernatural yo-yo. Maybe the master will make it harder to find those magic egg cups.
Well, and maybe your master is a douchebag. But anyways, this is also another thing I did not originally notice. If you come here to the table and switch to Dan Cam, you actually see Dan's name is on the table. There's no, there's some other marks elsewhere, but nothing actually spelling anything out as far as I can tell. You'd think that this would be Dan's spot, but actually if you come over here and look, it's written up there again. So I guess maybe that's just a little Easter egg or something. Never noticed that before. Anyways, so now we can choose between the guy here with a shield, which I could get, but honestly, you see I don't really use the shield too much, so I'm not really too keen on that right now. We can go back to Ravenhooves here, get an upgrade for our longbow, but I think we'll skip that for now. And this statue is not available yet, so I'm actually going to head on to this guy who you can see there, he's got an axe in his hand.
Hey, Mr. Fortisque, I want to talk with you. If this Zorak's so bad, why'd you get to go back? Why'd you of all people, Fortisque? It should be I, Blood Monatha, Skull Cleaver. When I lived, always I had a pile of slain strewn around me. You spend most of your time organizing and changing of the guard and playing croquet with the king. Still, I lend you my axe. You swing her, you throw her. She thirsts for a slaughter as much as I.
I know I've said it before, but I really like the accents that they give all these heroes, because they have so many different ones going on.
Drink deep of demon blood, my proud beauty.
He very much loves his axe. So we get the axe, and it swings pretty much like the hammer does, but its secondary throw, it actually kind of acts like a boomerang. And it's kind of nice because now we have a throwing weapon besides our own arm that can't run out. And actually, I did notice, and I did test this out, and there actually is kind of a way you can exploit this a little bit is, if you were to throw it, and then bring up the inventory menu, it still moves. Now, everything else freezes in the game, you and enemies, and it will still pass through and hit them. It even hits them on the way coming back, and then as soon as you come out of the inventory, they take the damage. So you can throw, pause, and just throw and pause over and over again to kind of cheaply kill certain things. Don't really need to use it, but I just happened to find that it did do that. And it's actually good that we get the axe now because it'll definitely come in handy for the next stage. Because there's going to be a lot of fighting in the next one. Unlike this one where there's a lot more puzzle solving and stuff, the next one, there's no real puzzle solving. It's just a lot of fighting. I'd say it's probably one of the harder stages in that sense. But anyways, we are now done with the asylum grounds, so in the next video we will head on to inside the asylum. So, I'll see you then.